This will be the greatest weapon, the strongest. It's the worst the world has ever seen. I carry within me the power to sow, sprinkle the destruction of the earth, to anywhere on earth, along with the ability to move at incredible speed, up to 5 to 10 times the speed of sound. Yes, what the military channel is describing. That's exactly what the U.S. Air Force wants. On his latest generation superplane, that will be born through an effort called the Mayhem Project. The Mayhem Project is officially known as an intelligence weapon. Supersonic multi-mission, reconnaissance, and attack monitoring. It can be consumed, born, and developed to provide the United States Air Force an unmanned supersonic aircraft capable of carrying out both reconnaissance and terrorist missions. As the name implies, this drone will be tasked with the whole thing, scouting and fighting. It's a supersonic flying vehicle. It's going to be significantly more likely to survive compared to ISRI reconnaissance and intelligence aircraft systems with or without a driver. At the same time, can providing information about the situation or data target much faster compared to aircraft that use conventional engines along with that. As an offensive weapons platform, it will be able to bring talent. It's much more important than cruise missile concepts. Supersonic set it's being developed by the U.S. Air Force. In both mission modes, Mayhem is expected to intensify short-term response for changing tactical situations and growing next to it. Although there's probably a small cluster in the name of the weapon system, but the plane. This advanced drone is not designated as a suicide drone. Instead, this term reflects the fact that the military will be more ready in sending an unmanned aerial vehicle, and some tasks are high risk. The possibility of losing a plane in exchange for a huge gain. The existence of the Mayhem program first publicly revealed on August 2021. It doesn't specifically mention the mission record, 12/2021, current identifiers, and disclosures about dual mission configurations. It's just been announced. 1 year after the system design and development contract, system awarded to Platos as the main contractor feed in an announcement on April 2022. Objectives of Project Mayhem is to focus on creating an ultrasonic system, ability to perform many tasks, with standardized load interface to bring about significant technological progress, and the possibility of the future dividedly. With such high performance expectations, it is no surprise that the United States is placing research and deploy supersonic aircraft technology at an urgent level. This makes even more sense in the current context, when the major military powers that the United States sees as adversaries, including Russia and China, and some of the lower-level forces are growing, or at least studying, military systems. Ultrasonic transducer, so far Russia. China has focused on developing the means of surfing as well as the supersonic cruise missile, so the development of super Vietnamese aircraft it will definitely bring to the United States. There are many tactical advantages, especially FICA. Aircraft and attack possessing speed supersonic kit will giving the ability to quickly update information, situation news. This includes locating high-value mobile targets with them before they can move. Besides, there's a supersonic attack plane. It can improve the effectiveness of bombs and conventional dirt-free missiles by carrying them through the enemy's air defense network and deploy at range 26 near the target. The plane will also be able to react on more flexible in front of moving program targets. The number 1, when in specific data, supersonic bumper muscle will be much more suitable than conventional supersonic aircraft in tasks that require avoidance anti-aircraft missiles of the enemy, along with that supersonic plane. There will also be some advantages over rockets of the same speed, including cruise missiles. The biggest advantage is that in most cases, they will return to the base after completing their mission. The commanders you can keep it and continue to use it then suffer a longer time. Depending on the level of wear and tear on the battlefield, this allows for multiple missions per unit. It's not just that. This aircraft with reusable capabilities will save more cost significantly compared to supersonic missiles. Using one by one. Pentagon Research 2021 shows the hypersonic bumper missiles. It's being developed for the Navy, and the Navy can cost from $89.6 to $106 million each, equivalent to or superior to an FBA-5 2400. This cost factor will have a significant impact to the availability of weapons. For example, the U.S. Navy and the U.S. Navy have a plan together buy only 300 weapons. Ultrasonic glider HVV, that means they can do 300 missions a day, with a maximum total value equal to a London airport fleet. Ford, it has a lot of advanced technology and promised to take the power of the U.S. military framework to the next level. New high-reason hypersonic, it's probably a lot of details about the Mayhem program. Of course, it's still in secret. What we can know is that the new plane will be a full-size version superior to ultrasonic systems. current development of Scope 6 offensive and ability to arbitrate next to it. Mayhem's technology will enhance the U.S. military's airframe, ability to attack tactical-level targets in the distance or are strictly protected, especially when the task is time-critical. The Air Force has also made it clear that Mayhem will be an unmanned aircraft capable of reaching a minimum flight speed, Mach 5 2000 each. Some unofficial sources, its estimated speed can be up to max 10.5. 11.2010 of 2021. The U.S. Air Force has publicly disclosed the details, indicate the capacity profile, the purpose and concept of the aircraft. It's clear the goal of the system is to carry 5 times the weight and double level 6 of the current technological capability systems. Of course, with so many possibilities, the research and fabrication process of the Mayhem project, there are also many technical challenges, especially in terms of speed. For those of you who don't know, speed higher than the speed of sound is divided into 2 types: supersonic, i.e. ultrasonic or supersonic, and hypersonic, i.e. ultrasonic or ultrasonic. But for ultrasound is the speed at which an object moves than the speed of sound in the same environment. And superanimals. Sound is at least 5 times the speed of sound, in relative terms. This is also known as the 5+ match. However, to describe the superdust rate, then maybe the word fast is not right, and not enough in the air velocity. Not just deciding how long it takes you to get from point A to point B, according to the Research Center Glenn of the U.S. Space Agency, NASA. Main characteristics of supersonic aerodynamics is the temperature of the air flow around the flying object. It will be huge, specifically at supersonic speeds. The plane would be like an asteroid running in the sky atmosphere, and if it's not made of special materials, is resistant to strong temperature fluctuations, it'll melt and break apart in the air. But despite all these difficulties, in addition to that is the current state of technological development. It only makes the silver stab systems work. But this concept and the desire to realize it, it's not new. Right from the years RIPE 60, the United States Air Force has tested supersonic aircraft. There is a Driver 3. 10 years, a RIPE 6, 7 Major William Knights at the 6, at 7,274 kilometers per hour. Match 6.7 with the X-15, a 2, which is a rocket-powered aircraft. B Year 2 carried under the wing and deploy at altitudes of about 13,000 to 14,000 meters. Despite the impressive results, the trial program was terminated in the year 1968 due to technical and safety issues. To the beginning of the 21st century, NASA has built into Test BA aircraft, ultrasonic drone, X-4BA, is the same as X-15A2. X-4BA launched by B Year 2 and is pushed up to supersonic bumper speed through TL push. The third letter is also the last letter. Has reached a maximum speed of 9.68 on 11 years 2.04. At the time, experts believed that this is the limit of maximum speed that people can achieve. For all these reasons, speed max 10 is said to be impossible for a vehicle controlled by humans, mainly because it's hard to get enough thrust. So, to achieve operational speed and range goals, Mayhem will most likely need to use the Scram-Z engine, the main full system. It's not like jet engines. They usually use an internal rotor to compress. This allows them to achieve and maintain speed. Next, Silver Dome in a significant VI range, but because of the scrap engine, Z usually does not work normally at lower airspeeds Mach BA. So the plane might need a combined cycle propulsion system. According to that, this system will incorporate conventional jet engines, or high-performance rams with scramjet engine. In such a case, conventional motor will be used to store wings and acceleration, so that when the aircraft reaches Mach BA or higher, scramjet engine will start and accelerate to supersonic speed. It's time to end the mission. Conventional engines will again be used for landing have control. Currently, the Department of Defense as well as the aerospace industry are pursuing technology, so the creation of the mixed cycle engine. It's seen as an important technological challenge. Next, even pure scramjet engines, it's not fully developed yet. It's a flight test. Successful. Freedom of the United States scramjet engine. It happened in 2021. As part of a cruise missile program called Hypersonic Attack Weapon Concept, HAWC, of the Pentagon. Expected Mayhem, you will benefit directly from the research. Next to the $29, Silver Dome cruise missile, but difficulties in the integration of conventional motors and scramjets have proved to be significant obstacles. To make this important leap forward in this core technology, next to Mayhem, Larry Martin is known. Next, Next to the 3-day was to launch the Supersonic aircraft program, Asparagus 72 son of the legendary Blackbird. It's supposed to use the same engine, however so far there is no company, or any agency that publicly acknowledges success in the design of the mixed-cycle engine. Although the focus is still on Scram-Z technology, but there may be an alternative. Based on more advanced technology, it hasn't been publicly mentioned in connection with the Mayhem project. But known Hermes company is developing a propulsion system that's not Scram-Z capable of reaching supersonic speeds. It's a mixed program engine based on Tobin TBCC carrying Tin Chimera. It's described as combination of Tobin engine turbojet, threading Z and Z-Ram straight-line jet motor with a transition. This will take place between Match 2 and Match BAA. According to Hermes' expectations, aircraft equipped with Chimera engines will be able to achieve a sustained rate of match year. In addition, the TBC engine is also expected on the HR-72 and can switch modes between traditional jet engines and scramjet engine. It depends on the speed of flight. Over there, permitted, it acts like a 6-stage ballistic missile, then a conventional supersonic jet. In other words, TBCC engine will help HR-72. It's not just getting to the target quickly. It can also hover over the target, or even the ability to and much higher flexibility compared to conventional motor types, despite the potential military implications of the Mayhem project is clear. This program also raises important questions about ethics and political treatment. The development of the Silver airplane. It is likely to destabilize existing security arrangements because of the speed and unpredictability of these systems. That can make crisis management global arms control and prevent climbing from becoming more difficult. When countries racing to develop and deploy these systems at risk of existing treaties and agreements, it can be destroyed. This has led to an unstable international security environment, and hard to fool. In addition to the use of replacement supersonic, for offensive missions paper on concerns about the damage and the possibility of unintended consequences. General view. Mayhem project represents the development of advanced military technology and has the potential to revolutionize how the United States Air Force to carry out the activities by developing a multi-mission flying vehicle. The Silver Storm is the world's most powerful air force. It's not just improving your own abilities, it also makes money, a new era of strategic competition. However, like any major technological advance, the development of the supersonic bumper plane, it also poses major challenges. It's not easy to get through. As the Mayhem project continues to progress, policymakers and military leaders will need to balance the pursuit of technological superiority with the need to maintain stability and preventing conflict in an increasingly complex world. According to you and your project, Mayhem is possible, and if a Silver multi-role plane crashes, to be born. How it's going to change the face of war. Don't hesitate to leave a comment below the comment section. Now this guy is my life. Hi, and see you in the next video. I wish everyone a good day.